Welcome, you thieving Main Street jewelry stores, to Geek Salad's. Sorry, to Geek Salad's discussion on the best and worst, favorite and least favorite of Walt Disney World. Today we are covering our least favorite things about the Magic Kingdom.
There are things.
This is going to be 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
Legit. I'm from Geek Salad. I'm Andy.
From Geek Salad, I'm Mike.
From One Little Spice, I am Juli.
And from No Podcast at All, I'm Jonna.
You're from
Anaheim, California, where everything is better, including your ice cream. Why do you keep showing us up?
Dang tootin'.
So today we are talking about our least favorite things, about maybe our favorite park in general, because it's the most amusement-y of the amusement parks. Would you agree?
I wouldn't agree with that English, but sure.
Okay. Amusement-y is a word somewhere.
In your mind, sure.
Okay. So, so we started a discussion last week. I asked everybody to think about this. What do you guys think is the least or maybe poorly represented Disney movies in the park? And I'll actually, you know what, we'll do this one further. Any of the parks, but most likely Magic, more Magic Kingdom. But
well, leaving aside Old Yeller.
Well, yeah, let's not count the live. Outside of the Pirates of the Caribbean, nobody does. What do you think? What do you think, Mike?
Oh, you want to start with me? Okay.
I'm just going on the screen here, so.
Okay, I got two chances here.
All right.
Two choices.
Yep.
First, I'm willing to give it a little bit of a pass because it's a fairly recent movie, but it's still old enough to have something in there. Moana.
Absolutely.
It came out about a year and a half ago. And dude, how awesome would a Maui meet and greet be?
That would be very cool.
Yeah, they'd have to do a costume though, because like a full covered costume though, because do you remember the Halloween costume debacle of 2016?
Yeah.
Can we get The Rock to come in and be Maui? Just
cause for you.
Yeah. There was a cosplayer at D23 Expo. They need to get him. He did the best job as Maui.
Yeah.
Really?
His face look actually lit up.
Neat.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And he had the body type and everything. He was perfect.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I was surprised, Mike, because we actually looked on the app for meet and greets. There are no Moana meet and greets anywhere now.
None.
Wasn't there for a while though?
There was. In One Man's Dream before Star-Lord and Groot came in, it was Moana.
Okay.
In Hollywood Studios, of all places.
Not very long at all.
No, not very long at all. Right after the movie, and then they're gone.
Which sucks because that movie is amazing.
That is my favorite modern age Disney movie.
I still haven't seen it all the way through. Every time I've watched it, I've fallen asleep during a certain part of it. But I do love her song, and it actually plays at work all the time, and I find myself bopping along to it. So
nice.
It's awesome. And then, Mike, what was your other one?
The other one is, out of the 20 Pixar movies that they've made, only 3 have no representation. One is Coco, which I'll give them a pass for that one. Again, 6 months.
Right, and that'll end up in the Mexican Pavilion by next year, I think.
Oh,
actually, that was all over California Adventure this last year.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing some things about it. And thinking, gosh darn it, why does California get all the good stuff?
Let me see. Another one was
Wally.
That's the one I'm thinking
Wally.
of, actually. Wally, I mean, it's on everyone's list of in the top 5 Pixar movies of all time. In fact, I read a Collider list last week in which it was number 1.
It's so good.
It is an amazing, and how awesome would a meet and greet with the actual animatronic Wally and
And
Eve be?
they do BB-8, they can do Wally.
Absolutely.
Jonna can vouch with me for this. At D23, they had a fully functioning Wally.
Oh, I thought that was so awesome.
It would like look around. It would Wally.
If they do a Wally though, they have to do a Weebo. Just saying.
But they could probably
from Flubber
do that very similar to how they do the Turtle Talk with Crush.
Oh, they could do that.
Well, it'd be a lot easier because he never says anything about Wally.
Right. Well, the other thing too is that with drone technology getting pretty awesome, you could do Eve.
Yeah. I mean, you could do Eve as well.
Right. You could do that just based on what you can do with drones now.
It's
entirely possible to do that.
You could just have her kind of like pivot, like you could have just a little stand on the ground and have her just kind of there. You wouldn't need to have her hover. I mean, she doesn't always hover.
Does she though?
You could have her like docked in her little like charging bay. Didn't that?
Oh, there you go. And what was the other Pixar movie, Mike?
It was. Hold on.
Are we counting The Good Dinosaur in this? Because nobody does.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the other one, and nobody cares. So
I didn't count her.
That was Pixar.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that was Pixar.
But they did 90% of it, and then they decided to scrap almost all of it, and brought in someone else to do it all, or do a rush job on it. So it looks gorgeous, but that's about it. Nobody really likes it.
Like
Disney's done that before, but they had better results. Not that it has made any difference in the terms of representation in the parks. Mike knows which one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But it has been known to happen before, just this time. Sad result.
Okay, Jonna, what do you think?
Well, the one where they got underway and then they scrapped everything and started over. The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes, thank you.
When did they start that?
No. There's actually a kind of a quasi documentary you can find. I've got a copy. I can send you.
The finished product doesn't resemble any of the original ideas.
Yeah,
but I love The Emperor's New Groove.
It's definitely one of my all-time favorites.
Oh my God! If you could get a live-action Kuzco doing like a comedy show
with Crunk.
I'm sorry, but like in real life, if they ever did a live-action Emperor's New Groove, they would have to get David Spade to play Kuzco, or it just would fail.
Right.
Have you seen him recently? He is not aging well.
I didn't say he needed to age well, but it needs to be him, because if Kuzco sounds like anybody but Kuzco.
Yeah. Well, Kronk is really the takeaway star from that entire thing, though.
Kronk's New Groove was such an epic sequel.
Which is amazing, because it's the only good direct-to-video Disney sequel, in my opinion.
It was so good.
It was. I liked it a lot.
Squeak, squeak, squeakity. You stole my squirrel.
And Patrick Warburton essentially owes his soul to Disney anyway, so...
Exactly.
There you go.
But there was one other that came to my mind that has absolutely zero presence, as far as I can tell, in any park, is Meet the Robinsons.
I actually brought that up the other day, and Amy was like, "What movie?" The part where he puts the hat on the dinosaur, and he's like trying to move, and he's like, "Why aren't you grabbing him?" And he's like, roaring, and the translation at the bottom is like, "My arms, they're not long enough to reach."
This plan doesn't seem very well thought out. And I thought about it, and I thought of a way they could actually have worked that little bit into the ride. The Astra Orbiter could have been reconfigured to look like the time machine if they had tried. And it wouldn't have taken much.
But that's kind of one of like the staple rides. I feel like they can't touch that.
Maybe not in Disneyland. They might be able to do it in Disney World.
But I actually love that one. That's one of my favorite films. So it's a little sad.
That was such a good movie. Totally underrated. That was such a great Disney movie.
Yeah, Jonna showed me last time I was out there. It was okay.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We found it on I think the Stars app, and I had never seen it. And we enjoyed it, but we enjoyed it about as much as we enjoyed Chicken Little.
I really liked the little kid who had the two black eyes from not being able to catch the baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not give it away for everybody who hasn't seen Meet the Robinsons. We all know who he is.
Okay, Jonna, do you have any others?
No, those are my two.
Juli.
So I'm hoping that I don't regret making this statement because I've heard rumors and I'm 99.999% sure they're false rumors. But it really bothers me that Tangled only has a bathroom.
Yes. You stole one of mine because that's what I was going to say.
It was such a good movie, and I love Rapunzel and like Flynn Rider. So they have the Tangled characters at the breakfast that I was telling you about that the kids need to go to, but Jamie wouldn't like the characters.
Right.
Trattoria Al Forno has the Bon Voyage breakfast that has Flynn Rider and Rapunzel, and it's such a hit, and everybody loves it. And me and Amy did it, and the food was amazing, and Rapunzel was freaking adorable, and Flynn Rider, oh, Eugene, swoon. Oh my god, he was so dreamy. And I just feel like Maximus, I mean, Pascal, I probably have every stuffed Pascal that they've made. And I just feel like they're not capitalizing on it. It was such a great movie.
At least they're in the parade, though. I love that, where they were, when I saw the parade with them, Maximus and Flynn and everybody swinging from side to side. That was great.
Right. I just kind of feel like it's hard to like say, yes, the parade characters. That's your representation right there.
Well, it's more than Wally's got.
It's more than a lot of things have got. I mean, you'll see the Black Cauldron out there. I'm not using that as a pick, but
well, you should, because Black Cauldron was awesome.
And honestly,
I want more Hocus Pocus. Like, I know they have the show during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but literally for the entire month of October, I just want the Sanderson sisters everywhere. I want merchandise. I want them to exist. Like, let's just build Salem part of the park. That could be part of Fantasyland, and we'll just build a recreation of Salem, Massachusetts. And when I go down there, I could just visit with the Sanderson sisters and Thackeray Binks. Oh, it would be amazing.
Or you could travel 20, 30 miles and go to actual Salem.
Salem.
I was actually just there yesterday, but it's not the same because there's no Thackeray Binks, and he was my favorite character. Little kitty cat, can't die. Oh, and the zombie dude.
Never seen the movie.
I can't even anymore. We're not friends. You have been disowned.
Not the first time.
I take back every nice thing I've ever said about you.
I can see.
All right, so for mine,
this October and you out here.
So, seeing as how Mike and Julie took mine, I had one on deck just as my backup, and that's Wreck-It Ralph.
I feel like it will be more represented with the new one coming out, but I totally agree they should have had more before that.
Absolutely. How do you not have video game characters walking around your most magical place on Earth?
Didn't they have a Wreck-It Ralph meet and greet?
They did, and it stopped.
Where was that one?
I want to say Hollywood Studios. I could do a quick
Hollywood
set.
Studios, or you know where Baymax is in Epcot? He may have been like in Interventions.
Yeah.
I remember he existed. That was a pretty ornate costume though, because
I thought it was a Wreck-It Ralph and a Vanellope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was just the meet and greet.
My issue with that movie is the first half of it was so incredibly amazing, where there was like the little like almost subway station where all the characters from all the games were mingling, and it was awesome. And then they like zeroed in on these like 2 games, and it was just like all that for the rest of the movie, and I was so upset because it was like going to be so good, and then it was just not.
Well, I mean, if they
I got
had
news for
multiple...
you. Everything in that trailer for the new movie all happens in the first half of the movie. I guarantee that.
I mean, I'm sure, and that's what reeled us into the first Wreck-It Ralph, and then it was just like Vanellope and her little princess Candyland, and
well, yeah, but if they'd have every single land during the whole movie, it would just have been like scattered. It would be like shot there, shot there, shot there, shot there. It would just, for storytelling, they had to focus it.
Nope, I didn't like it.
Yes.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah. That's nostalgia. That's gaming nostalgia talking right there.
Oh, it is.
It's Ready Player One. That's what that is.
Oh,
hey,
let's not go there.
Yeah, let's
Ready
not.
Player One.
I think there's only one person in this room that liked Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did Jonna see it?
I did not see that one.
But see, did Jonna read the book? Because that's the most important thing. Because if you see the movie and you don't read the book, you're gonna love the movie.
Therefore, see the movie and then read the book.
No, just don't see the movie. Only read the book, and you'll be a happy person.
Well, I saw the movie and I'm a happy person.
I'm just saying, you're the only one.
But you're a happy person today, Mike, because you booked your trip.
I did.
Well, we might be staying an extra day in November because flights are $100 cheaper coming home on Tuesday instead of Monday.
Nice.
This is
Doesn't it feel good to have a trip booked?
It does. It does.
Mine's not even until May, and I keep looking at the app going, this is real.
Yeah. I have 1 booked and 3 more planned, so.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have an annual pass. You get a little nuts.
So let's discuss our least favorite stuff. Starting with attractions. Juli, what's your least favorite attraction in the Magic Kingdom?
Attraction? Wow, I wasn't even thinking of that. Let's see. So I've never been on Dumbo.
What?
My first time in the park, I was 21. I felt as though I wouldn't fit into the Dumbo.
Oh, I'm much taller than you, and I fit perfectly well.
Oh, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this one, but my least favorite is that gosh darn Speedway.
Tomorrowland Speedway, yeah.
Tomorrowland Speedway. Yeah.
Never been on it. Don't have a desire to go on it. I can ride those things at Canterbury Lake Park, 3 minutes down the road. Let's change.
Why does it smell like diesel?
Fun. Oh, that's my bad. I do like walking by that because that is a good smell. But
it loses its luster once you've actually got a driver's license, a real one.
Absolutely.
But revamp it, make it something more fun instead of like it's not even themed towards really anything Disney except the fact that it's called the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Juli.
What?
Be prepared for smiling because it is going away.
What?
What are they doing with it?
It's being replaced.
By what?
With what?
By the Tron.
Oh.
Nope, it's not. That's an old rumor, Mike. Tron is going next to Space Mountain.
The thing with the
Space Mountain.
The thing with the Autopia.
Hold on. The Tomorrowland Speedway is next to Space Mountain.
No, this is a completely barren plot of land where essentially it's not so much next to it, it's kind of like behind it to the left, I believe.
Isn't that where the Tomorrowland Speedway is?
No.
Like behind the Tomorrowland Speedway?
Oh, you mean where the smoker area is?
I think so. I think they're bulldozing the smoking area.
There's like a giant walkway that connects like the.
That was such a nice little walkway, aside from the fact that everybody was smoking.
Right.
Yeah.
It's I think that was the original. That's what the original thought, because why keep Tomorrowland Speedway? But no, it's going into its own area. They're not. They're not digging up that to put Tron.
Oh. Well, no, other than mine.
So something going there? Or are we getting rid of the Tomorrowland Speedway and putting
something? No, because that was one of the original rides, and people will lose their minds if they get rid of it.
Well, they also got rid of Maelstrom and put in a stupid Frozen ride. People will get.
Autopia, though, and pardon me for using the old-fashioned term for it, but that was one of Walt's loves. I mean, there were multiple Autopias when they opened Disneyland. He really liked that idea. And the kids, they eat it up because they don't have to pay for insurance. They don't have to pay for gas. For them, it's nothing but excitement. I'm driving a car. Allow me to suggest for people out there that if they do that, you work the pedal, let the kids steer. You'll save yourself some whiplash.
No, what they need to do is
the kids love it, and so I don't
know. I think they should replace all the diesel motors with actual electric ones.
No, okay. So I gotta say, if they're keeping the horrible ride, they have to keep the diesel engines because that's the only part of the ride that I like. That smell, that the grumbling of the little motors as they're going around, like. I'm okay with that. I just want it to be something better. So
I'm just reminded of a Riff Track short where they, where people in the 30s were bursting on fire because they were washing their clothes in pans of gasoline.
Okay, so it's confirmed through Theme Park University, and this is like 11 months ago, but they're debunking the rumor that was a few days before. That Tomorrowland Speedway is staying in the Magic Kingdom despite the rumors of them moving Tomorrowland Speedway.
What?
So wow, that means the People Mover track is going to go kind of like over both the Speedway and the Tron cycle. Or
yeah.
Wow.
Actually. That kind of goes back to the original.
Outdoors, or is that going to be indoors?
Tron is partially outdoors, partially indoors. There's a
giant canopy over it.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube, and they have the one from the Shanghai Park, and this is a clone. This is an absolute clone of the ride.
Welcome back.
Hi, welcome back.
Sorry, I was plugging my phone in because it died.
Oh, okay. Any others, Julie, you want to talk about before we move on?
Oh, do you know what I'm really upset about though? Remember the Mickey's Toonland? Was that what it was called? Where you could go inside Mickey and Minnie's house?
Oh yeah.
And now that's gone, and it's been replaced with the circus. What is it even?
The real part of
really like meet
Fantasyland.
and greet with the fairies, or it was at one point. Like what is that even?
It's like the rear part of Fantasyland, right?
Yeah. They really screwed me up. They moved the Dumbo ride, they moved the Barnstormer, and so I went once, and it was amazing. And the next time I went, everything was different, and it was just very confusing.
It's like a segmented circus now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like that area. I think it's great because it's a good place for really small kids to get on rides.
I like the water feature that they have that's right in the middle, but the circus is basically a giant store. I don't understand what they really did back there.
Right. It's just I think it's just a way to keep the kiddie rides in one area.
But they were already there. They were in Toontown, and you could go into Mickey and Minnie's house.
I gotcha. Maybe they just wanted to make it more Dumbo themed.
I guess so.
They get representation. All right, Jonna.
Okay, I have two, and God help me, they're going to be probably pretty controversial. And they can best be summed up with the word two. First one being Pirates of the Caribbean, the Walt Disney World version. Too short. You have an awesome queue line. It works perfectly with the ride. And then I got on the ride, and when it was over, I'm like, wait a minute, is that it? Because there are whole scenes that I'm expecting, and they're not there. It's so much shorter.
Yeah, anybody who's never been on the Disneyland one, they like the Disney World one, but I also completely agree. After being on the one in Disneyland, I was like, whoa! And going on the one in Disney World is just like a snore fest. And the boats always get stuck. We were stuck on that ride for a half an hour once, and all we had to do was step over the front and would have been on the platform, and they wouldn't let us off the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, the Disney World ride is missing about like maybe half a dozen scenes that are in the Disneyland one.
And that drop, that huge drop in the beginning, so incredible.
Two drops.
I know, but like the big one that you're like just not expecting, especially if you've been on the Disney World one first. That was a nice.
It's years since I've been on the California Pirates of the Caribbean, so.
And my other one was again too for Space Mountain, and that because it's too light, you can see too much. And I mean, part of Space Mountain is you're supposed to be hurtling through the blackness of space. And I'm looking around going, I can see the track. I can see way too much here. There is no illusion going on that I'm flying through space. And it ran really rough, in my opinion. I'm used to a much faster, smoother ride, and that one was really jolting me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty aggressive little ride.
I agree with that.
Plus
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
The Disneyland version of Space Mountain, they theme it up like during Halloween. They make it Ghost Galaxy, and as you're riding it, like this holographic ghost is like kind of following you around, trying to grab at you. And of course, occasionally they put in Hyperspace Mountain. So
right.
I did like the one in Disneyland a lot better.
I think my biggest quibble with the Disney World one is that it's single rider cars. So it's 3 cars. I mean, I have it. This is my phone case.
Yeah.
And there are literally, this is the Disney World setup. 3, one behind each other. I don't know how in the heck I'm going to be able to get my family to do this. Other, unless we take 2 separate cars. And I've got to sit behind Jamie or Scarlett, and Autumn does the same for the other kid.
Me, Amy, and Amanda actually have the greatest picture from this ride. So the 3 of us are sitting there in our Disney-bounding outfits. I was Snow White. Amy was Belle. No, Amy was Ariel. And Amanda was Beauty. And like the peasant garb, not like the crazy yellow dress. And each one of us has a different expression on our face. Like Amanda's terrified. I'm like cackling, and Amy's just kind of sitting there like. So in that instance, it was actually really cool. But I totally understand what's happening with you because you have the 2 kids, and unless you split up and end up with like a random third person in both of the rides for your awesome PhotoPass picture.
That's the issue too. There is not one dignified picture of me in that thing. I am hunched over. I am too tall for it. So I'm just like
what you could also do is I don't know if they have the one where you can like pass off never mind, that's opposite.
I'm not doing that. No. We're all riding it together.
No, I know. I was just thinking of doing it with like you and the kids and then Autumn and the kids. So the kids get to ride it twice, once with each parent, but I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, it's gonna take some doing to get Scarlett on that ride, so
Why did it take some doing to get Autumn on that ride as well?
No, she did it last year with me.
Okay. I thought you did it alone.
Well, I hope for everybody's sake they turn out the lights because they need to do that. Just turn the switch off and it'll automatically ramp up.
I think the reason why they brightened it was because people were getting injured because they were being stupid on it, though.
No. Florida man strikes again. The world's worst superhero. Mike?
Yeah. My least favorite attraction at Disney at the Magic Kingdom is Country Bear Jamboree.
Oh, for shit.
Really?
It's so
fun.
I like country music. That's not country. That's like old school bluegrass. Like I'm having sex with my cousin type music.
Whoa. Whoa.
And I mean, you got the bears that are like the worst looking animatronics of any kind.
Are you also? That's kind of the point. Are you also one of those monsters that doesn't like the Hoop-Dee-Doo review?
I've actually never done the Hoop-Dee-Doo review, but I did do the Golden Horseshoe with Jonna out in California, and that was fun.
I don't know of this golden horseshoe that you speak of.
From what it sounds like a very very similar to the Hoop-de-Doo review.
All right.
Comedy and musical review thing going on there.
Oh, okay. With dinner served?
No, actually, at that one, it's just a short show, so you can get snacks, ice cream, chicken fingers, that kind of thing. But there is no formal dinner per se.
Okay, like Hoop-de-Doo.
No, it's one of the things in Frontierland.
Nothing like Hoop-de-Doo review.
No.
But yeah, Country Beer. I mean, I don't think the show has really changed all that much since I was like 3.
It has hilarious and wonderful.
And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to lie, most of those bears scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. And I still, I find them very intimidating.
Oh yeah, be warned, around Halloween, they're part of the Boo-de-You parade. And so they're walking around the park too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We got pictures with them, so just be warned.
Oh no, I know. I was like walking, and I was watching a parade. And I looked back, and like, oh, there's that big old fat bear. I'm gonna walk over this way now.
Mike, do you remember that they made a movie?
I think they made 2 movies actually.
No, they made one. I believe it was just one movie. Country Bear. Oh.
Yeah. I feel a great affection for Zeke and Zed and Ted and Fred and a bar named Tennessee, because I had the audio tape as a kid.
Oh, so did I. So did I.
Awesome.
I had the record.
Mike, do you have any others?
That bear with the big old lips. Oh.
Liver lips.
Oh no. Just no.
No. Oh, well, there's one up for you at Disneyland then, because we got rid of ours and turned it into the Winnie the Pooh ride.
I know, which I love.
We got rid of the Toad ride. What was it? What was the
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride?
Wild Ride.
So I'm gonna say, I went on the Winnie the Pooh ride the last time that we were there. That is not a kid's ride. That is the most terrifying ride I have ever been on.
Just the Heffalump and Woozle parts.
Yeah.
Terrifying. The whole thing. The whole like thunderstorm and whirling around. Terrifying. I liked it, but if I was a 3-year-old, I would have been petrified.
Right.
Oh, I can think of one other ride that I'm really not a fan of.
What's that?
It has to do with the Song of the South.
No!
Oh.
Your mouth out with soap. That is.
Oh, Jonna dragged me on Splash Mountain.
Drop is what it has to do with.
She dragged me on it once. I ain't doing that one again.
Mike.
I didn't realize that was the Brer Rabbit story the first time I went on, and I freaked out. That is my favorite story ever.
Yeah, but you haven't seen that movie recently, though, have you?
Oh, I have.
It's not it. The movie isn't worth trying to find.
Oh, I found it. I've watched it. Oh,
Bravo.
But the Brer Rabbit is an excellent story.
Yeah.
If you take out some of the blatant racism, sure.
Well, I mean, the cartoon portion of it. Yeah, shut up.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I understand. In and of itself, that little story.
They don't reference Uncle
They meant by
at all.
Initially.
Yeah. We have a song on our Disney playlist, which is Splash Mountain. It's about 11 and a half minutes long. So essentially, it's the length of the ride.
Yeah, I love that music, that song, actually. I will play that song over and over in my car. I just do not want to ride the ride.
It's infectious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Shows your bone.
Yes, the first time I took him on it, and he swears to me that I didn't tell him. We have to walk right past the main drop to get on the ride, mind you.
Yeah, it's not like you've never been there before and seen that drop.
But he swears to me he didn't know. And so you do a couple of smaller drops on the flume, and then you come up on the big one. And he was sitting right behind me, and I hear right behind me as we go down the hill, "I'm gonna kill you!" And my hat flies off and hits him in the face.
Oh.
But he was traumatized.
Oh, man.
one, I didn't know was that high. It seems a lot shorter from the outside. And
It's
two,
not
I also didn't know it was that steep.
It's
It
not.
also doesn't seem. Yeah, it is.
Actually, I get that the Walt Disney World version is better than Disney's. You guys have way better seating because there you have the two side by side instead of the single file logs, and there's so much to get in and out of, and you get less wet in the process. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When we went last year, you go around and you actually end up outside before you actually make the big drop. And what they do with that drop is when they drop you, they have the water shooting up on both ends to make the splash look bigger. So we're coming around and somebody's flume comes down and that jet, the opposite facing jet, just pounded Autumn in the face.
Oh no!
So I've never seen anybody get wet with that thing before, but it was just like, boom!
Poor Autumn.
Yeah, she survived.
You probably laughed.
I got a little wet, but not as wet as she did. So we still had a good time. Any others, Mike?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. I have two.
Ride in the park. I mean, what else you got, Mike?
I got two. And I have reasons for them. The first one,
No.
the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, because that's not a ride, that's exercise.
Oh,
It's an attraction.
Yeah,
it could be worse.
That's not considered a ride.
It's an attraction. Yeah, it's an attraction I have to go upstairs for. Thank you. No.
It could be worse.
Your children.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, Jonna. There was a terrifying moment we had going to Cinderella's Royal Table where we were let in right behind a very, very heavy family going up the spiral staircase behind them. And I'm like, if one of these people loses their footing, we're all dead. Same thing with Swiss Family Robinson. It's just, nope, not going to do it. Not this time.
Yeah, out in California, they've actually replaced the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse with the Tarzan treehouse.
That was easy.
Which is exactly the same thing, but with different music.
Okay, more the best about Bill.
With a shout out to Beauty and the Beast because they've got the tea set down there.
And then my next one, and it's not so much that I truly dislike this ride, but we had a very bad experience on it. The Carousel of Progress.
Oh!
Because here's what happened.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with the Carousel of Progress.
All right. We got through part 1, no issue. We get through part 2, no issue. Part 3, which is I think the 1950s, gets stuck.
20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
It doesn't go by 10-year decades. I think it's like a 20-year gap in between, and then whatever the future is on the other side of the wall.
It also kind of blows my mind that they're like in the future and they haven't really aged that much.
They have that ride needs a massive that attraction needs a massive.
And the dog is still alive over the course of what, 70 years?
Hey, you know what? I just think that it's amazing. It is a testament to Disney Imagineering that they can get an old person to embrace technology like that. But we were it was the 1950s. The carousel starts moving and then it gets stuck in the middle.
But did you at least get that awesome music playing the whole time while you were stuck?
Oh, yeah, it was stuck in our head the entire time.
Perfect.
But for 20 minutes, we kept having this voice. So we've watched the 50s thing 4 times, I think.
Oh, no, it kept playing?
It kept playing. And there was a voice, they would have someone to say, the attraction will be fixed in just a moment. The attraction will be fixed in just a moment.
I would have taken
the attraction will be fixed. And the 4th time they said it, I just shouted out, I don't believe you.
At least you were in the air conditioning.
Thank God we didn't have a dinner reservation. It's like, let's do this and then we'll go get dinner. We didn't have a dinner reservation right then and there because we would have been so late.
I think dinner would have accommodated you if you told them you got stuck in the Carousel of Progress, though.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm
Very
sorry.
progressive.
Here's our wine list. Pick a bottle on us.
Yeah, right.
Well, to be fair, that's the only ride where you have Mel Blanc in the Disney World.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does Mel
Yeah.
Blanc do?
The voice of Uncle Wilbur, who's the guy who's in the bathtub. That is Mel
Oh,
Blanc.
okay.
I'm still jealous that you guys actually have that it moves, because of course they have totally grounded ours. When they ended America Sings, and now our robots are in two different the audio animatronics that we had for America Sings are hanging out in Star Tours and Splash Mountain, respectively.
Yep.
So,
I just think it's funny in Star Tours because they just pretty much skinned them alive and just threw the armature in there. Now dance.
Hey, it works, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
some of the geese are still hanging out in Splash Mountain doing their thing.
That's true. All right. So food. Julie, you want to go first? What's your least favorite place to eat at Disney?
Oh my God, we haven't even gotten to food.
We haven't gotten to food. We got to speed this up. It's going a lot longer than I thought. I promised 5 minutes.
This episode was going to be 5 minutes long.
No,
No. I don't really know. Oh, okay. So I have some critiques of things that made me angry that they left off of certain things.
Yes, we know there's no arugula.
Hashtag arugula. Yeah, no, they took the arugula. They took the arugula off my spicy chicken waffle sandwich, and it makes me angry. And every time I see someone post a picture of it, I'm hoping that it has arugula on it again, and it does not. Bring back my arugula, Disney. And then the other thing is, honestly, the corn dog nuggets at Casey's, I was very disappointed in. I've had some really good burgers there, and it was like 90% corn, 1% dog.
Oh.
9%, I guess, whatever else, because math apparently evaded me just there. So it was just really disappointing because I want, when you have a corn dog, there's like just the right amount of corn, just the right amount of dog, some ketchup, some mustard, so it's not as dry, and it's perfect. These little corn, and I think I think the worst part about it is that I wanted one of their specialty hot dogs. It had like spicy pineapple slaw on it or something like that. It was one of their seasonal ones, and they had run out of it. So I was like, cool, I wanted to try the corn dog nuggets anyway, and it was just
that's disappointing.
But other than that, I'm pretty big fan of. Oh, and then the Tomorrowland Terrace is never open when we're there ever.
Yeah. It's where you put your dessert parties, and that is about. I'm convinced that's all they use it for now.
No, it was open one of the last times that we were there, and the food on the menu actually looked really, really good. It's just we had already eaten, and we were just going to the bathroom. We literally just go there to use the restroom that's over there, and everything looked so good, and we were like, oh, we have to try this sometime, and then it was never open ever again.
Nah. Well, man, Jonna, you have a least favorite place to eat?
Yeah, actually I do. And, the Columbia Harbor House, Mike and I stopped there kind of on a last day thing, grabbed something, to eat before we left, for the airport. And I have to say, I had the worst chicken pot pie I think I've ever had.
Oh.
I mean, one of those Swanson's $1 cardboard crusted pot pies that you get in the freezer section would have been better. It was just total mush here.
Oh,
that's
very disappointing.
Because their tuna fish sandwiches are incredible. I have those every time I go there.
Well, I might have to try that because I'm not a miss to tuna, but I had my mind set on a pot pie, and I mean, when the frozen one that you get in the store is way better.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Mike?
I got a couple.
All right.
One, the Main Street Bakery, because Starbucks. What's the deal?
I'm always so busy too.
Yeah, I would much prefer it to be a classic bakery, where you can actually buy bakery stuff, not weird breakfast sandwiches that cost like $20.
There are no breakfast sandwiches there that cost $20, and their spinach feta wrap is amazing.
Yeah. Oddly enough, my other one is the Tomorrowland Terrace restaurant.
Okay.
But not for the reason that you think. Well, I actually have seen it open. I guess it is seasonal, but it does open on occasion. My biggest gripe is that for something that's Tomorrowland Terrace, I'm sure their food is great. It's just, it has nothing to do with Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
You get a chef salad. Hold on, I have the menu up here. It's
like what I said about the ABC commissary in Hollywood Studios. It used to have awesome menus that were themed after the shows on ABC, and now it's just like chicken fingers, steak, take some salad.
Yeah, the entrees there are chef salad, 1/3 of a pound of Angus bacon cheeseburger, dipped chicken strips, and that's it. I mean, what about that screams Tomorrowland? I mean, you could have that at
Yeah, there was definitely more there the last menu that we saw. So they must have changed something. Is there like a lunch and a dinner menu that are separate, or is that literally all they have?
That's lunch/dinner menu itself. That's it.
Not on the Disney website?
Yeah, well, that's off allears.net. I mean, they don't even give them like Tomorrowland type names, even at least at what's that round restaurant?
Cosmic Rays.
Yeah, even at Cosmic Rays, they name them like kind of sci-fi type things. It's a bacon cheeseburger. Gee, thanks. It's not from the moon. No.
Right. Exactly.
I'm sure the food is. I just want them to try harder.
They could make really cute little like brownie bites and call them moon rocks.
They could. Interesting you bring that up, Mike, because my choice is Cosmic Rays. Yeah. And honestly, it's more not so much that I had a bad meal. I had just kind of a meal there. Last year when we went, it was we were doing the extra hours. We actually paid for like the extra 3 hours to stay with like 1,000 of our closest friends to close down the park at 1 a.m. And we just need to eat something. And we remember we liked Cosmic Rays a lot when we took Scarlett on our first day the year before that. So when we went, first of all, the condiment bar was completely picked over. Mm-hmm. Like, when I do a burger, I go heavy on tomato, heavy on pickles. I was very light on both. Ketchup's gone. Sauces, gone. And the burger itself was just, it was a fast food burger.
And that's just basic poor restauranteering there.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting because I think more highly of Pecos Bills now because of that experience with Cosmic Rays.
Oh, at Pecos Bills, you can get the most amazing sweet potato tater tots.
If I like sweet
potatoes,
so I might eat something.
They are so good.
I heard that they stopped doing guacamole on their nacho bar, though, which makes me really sad.
Oof. All right, now we're going to wrap up with our least kind of overall favorite thing about the Magic Kingdom.
Least favorite.
And I'll actually start with that because this is a gripe about planning. The bottleneck of getting out of there because all roads lead through Main Street. And it is an absolute bottleneck when people are trying to get out of there, especially if you're trying to make a bus or something. Just getting in.
Sorry.
What's that?
I've never had a problem getting out. We're either out before the park closes or we're there way past when we should be there.
We only had the issue once, and it was on it was on one of the nights when we had Scarlett, because the other 2 nights we were there super late last year. We the 2 nights we spent there, we closed down the park both nights. Just like you, stayed way too long. and we're able to just walk out and wait for our bus. But yeah, it's just a gripe in terms of just getting out. Oh, Mike, you got one?
Well, I mean, I was actually going to cover the same thing. It's actually, honestly, it's kind of the same at Disneyland. As soon as those fireworks are done, Main Street just becomes wall-to-wall people. And it's actually even worse if you try going into the Emporium, because the lines to check out and buy stuff at the Emporium are at least 5 or 6 people long at each register.
At each one. And they usually staff that place really well.
Yeah. But that's why I found the glory of package pickup.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, because then you just go through and throughout the day, while everybody's out on the rides and there's no lines at all, you buy it, have it sent to the front, and that way at the end, you're still crushed in on Main Street, but you don't have to go into the store and buy anything because it's all waiting for you.
Right.
But
Jonna?
Then there's that wait to pick up your things at the front of the park, which is even more of a nightmare if you're trying to leave at the end of the night.
Fair enough.
This is why we have our stuff sent to the hotel.
Oh, yeah. You can do that unless it's your last day and you don't have it's like a 3 hours or something like that you need to have. I don't know. You can't do it on your last day.
Yeah. So, Jonna, what's your least favorite thing?
I would say for mine, they need to. I hesitate to mention the other park, but Universal has found a way that to deal with the climate in a much better way. They mist you. They pump the air at you, and that misting. It's a small thing, but it makes such a big difference when you're moving around. And in Walt Disney World, everything is so spread out that I would have killed for that. And we were there in November, so I can't even begin to imagine how it is for the folks in summer when Florida is land on the sunshires. And it would be easy for them to do that. If Universal can do it, Disney needs to.
I mean, the weird thing is they actually do have those misters at Epcot. I don't know if they've got them at Universal. I don't think they have them at Hollywood Studios. I'm not sure about Animal Kingdom, but I know I've seen like some not many, but a few around at Epcot. So they know how to do them. They just don't.
And that park is so crowded that it's so close. Everybody needs a little cooling off there.
I don't get anybody who wears a long sleeve shirt there. I really don't.
Desperation.
Or unsensible shoes.
Oh, don't even get me started on the ladies who wear the 5-inch heels.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Are you guys hearing audio monotone too, or is one of my speakers just broken?
No, I've got stereo.
Everybody sounds okay to me.
I mean, you don't sound bad. I'm just only hearing it out of my right speaker.
Oh. Interesting.
Nope.
I don't know. Julie, what's your least favorite thing?
That they took away the electrical parade.
Oh.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Fair. We get to see it in 2016, and I really enjoyed it.
They have to move it around, though, because it is so immensely popular that, everybody has to have their chance.
Yeah.
I actually did like the Paint the Night parade a little bit better, oddly enough. I know it sounds sacrilegious. I love the electrical parade, but the Paint the Night parade is really impressive.
Have any of you guys seen Happily Ever After yet?
Huh?
The Happily Ever After fireworks?
Oh.
No, because the night we went up to California Grill, it was during the Halloween ones, and they were amazing. I need that.
Okay.
I gotta say, Disney. Do you know what bothers me the most about Magic Kingdom?
What's that?
There isn't a Boo to You soundtrack. That is the worst. Everybody would buy that, but I need that soundtrack. It's so good. That was my all-time favorite Disney parade ever of all times.
Booty use. Okay.
I have the soundtrack to this one.
Wishes.
Yep. I actually got it on my 50th anniversary Disneyland soundtrack. They had the full score to it.
When we went last year, it was the last month of Wishes, and apparently there were people driving out from all over just to see Wishes one more time.
This was the farewell right there.
I had friends who flew down from Ohio. Hi, Megan and Katie, who had to go see Wishes one last time.
Yeah. I have to admit, though, I am really psyched to see Happily Ever After. I've seen video of some of it, and it looks amazing.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I have yet to be disappointed by a Disney World or Disneyland fireworks display.
I will be sad when the Pixar one that they're doing now at Disneyland goes away. I mean, they fly Buzz and they fly the Up House. Oh.
That's awesome. All right. So I think that covers our least favorite things about the Magic Kingdom. Next week, we'll be a little happier. We'll be in our most happiest place on earth mode when we talk about our favorite things about the Magic Kingdom. I have a hard time picking an absolute favorite attraction.
I've got a much longer list for that one.
I have 3. So
yeah, me too.
Definitely looking forward to that. So
I think some of my favorites are going to be very controversial.
Okay. I look forward to cracking my knuckles at it.
The Hall of Presidents?
I think you will. I think you're the one that didn't like one of the ones that is one of my favorites. Okay. That was a conversation that happened.
I'm sorry about the Swiss Family Treehouse then. So, Julie, where can we find you?
Oh, my goodness. All right. So, we are on Podbean, onelittlespice.podbean.com. We are also on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and maybe someday Spotify if they finish reviewing the 4 episodes that we have.
They must be vetting every single episode.
Yeah, we don't even have that many. You guys have a lot. I'd understand that. Swish and Flick has a lot.
62 episodes. Absolutely. I can understand that.
We are on TeePublic, so you can get awesome shirts like this. We are on sale right now, which is also awesome. So from the 20th to the 24th, everything is up to 30% off. So $14 t-shirts, if anybody
nice.
We are also on Patreon. So we're www.patreon.com/onelittlespice. We have some really awesome Patreon exclusives. I just finished making the buttons for the 4-pack. I designed them all. They are awesome. And then we also have the Magical Snack Corner that you get exclusive access to. You could be a guest host on Magical Snack Corner and a bunch of other stuff, so definitely check that out. And then we are on YouTube with the Taste Lab, and that is where we recreate Disney recipes for you, so you can bring some Disney magic into your kitchen. We've done Le Cellier's cheddar cheese soup, and this month is going to be Akershus. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Akershus.
The vegetable terrine from that restaurant, and it came out a million times better, so I'm really excited to share that one with you guys.
Nice. Awesome.
I think that's it.
Okay. Jonna, anything to show?
We're also on Twitter at One Little Spice, Instagram _little_spice, Facebook, like our page, join our Facebook group, One Little Spice group, to talk about all the food stuff. And remember, every recipe starts with little spice. Boom.
I feel bad, Jonna. What do you get to promote? Anything? Or
I just promote the love of Disney. Enjoy it, leave it, love it.
Awesome. Well, and Mike and I can be found at Geek Salad, also on Podbean, geeksalad.podbean.com. Our social media presence is on Twitter at Geek Salad Radio and Facebook on Geek Salad Podcast. We are also available on Stitcher, on iTunes, on Google Music, on the Podbean app. We're everywhere. We just posted our ice cream show last night.
Oh, I'm so excited to listen to that one.
Oh,
That was fun.
Now, that's the show that we work blue on. I'm amazed how much of a potty mouth I have on relatively benign episodes. So, do I need to apologize? No, it's just me. This is what you get. But we did have a good time recording it. We ate Klondike bars as we did it. They're not as easy to eat as I remember.
Some ice cream that you needed to use profanity about it.
Oh yeah, that's just me. That's just me. When I find problems with things, it's just Julie. You've known me for years.
It's 162 episodes. He finds a way to.
I just didn't realize ice cream could make you that angry.
Oh, he prefers profanity on everything. Though he loves it. He hates it. Profanity. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just me. This is just the bombastic personality you get.
Okay.
And also, don't forget, if you're watching this, obviously you're on our YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Give this video a like. Let us know what your least favorite things about Disney Magic Kingdom are. Let us know what you think are some of your favorite things for next week. And don't forget to hit the little bell so you can be notified whenever we post new stuff. This week we're a little late with the episode because all of us kind of had to work at one juncture or another.
Yep.
So
also, when you're done watching this, you can head over to the Taste Lab and learn how to make Cellier cheddar cheese soup.
There you go.
And then follow it with ice cream for dessert.
Exactly. Frozen pudding? No!
That sounded so nasty.
It is. Listen to the episode. There's a story. There's a 5-minute story involved.
Oh boy.
It's almost as nasty as rice and beans ice cream.
Oh.
Ew?
Yeah. The reason why Puerto Rico is not a state. All these stories and more revealed in episode 162, the great Jimmy Sprinkles debate of 2018.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't.
So, anyway.
Sprinkles, too?
Huh?
You get fired up about sprinkles, too?
Oh, there's a big debate. But you need to listen to the show to get...
Sprinkles are rainbow, Jimmy's are chocolate.
And we get into that, too.
End of argument.
There were weird feelings about that. Again, it's on Podbean and Stitcher and iTunes and Google Music.
And YouTube.
So, until next week, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
And the rest.
I'm Julie.
What's this and the rest crap?
And she's Jonna.
Or Jonna. Go forth.
Can we practice that before next time?
Yeah. And have a magic day. And everyone, Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.